On the shore of bank of Narmada, there was a place called Bhrigukacha. This Ashwamedha Yaga was being performed by Mahabali at that spot. So, Tam Narmadaya Stada Uttare Bele, the northern bank of the Narmada river, Sarutvijaste Bhrigukacha Samjage, all the Ritviks have assembled there. And Mahabali is the Yajamana, Vindhyavali is his consort, and a great Ashwamedha Yaga is being performed. Pravartayando Bhrigabhakradu Uttamam. Shukracharya and all the assistants, all of them are assembled there. They are in full attention with religious readiness. They are performing the whole yaga, keeping Bali, Mahabali as the Yajamana. Vyachakshatara duditam yatharevim. When he was going there, it was literally the sun god himself descended and walking towards the spot. This is what they found. Tam ritvijo yajamanas sadasya hatatvisho vamana tejasa nripa surya kilaya atyudava vibhavasuhu sanat kumarotha didrikshaya kratoho. Who was coming there? A dwarf, not even 4 feet height, and with a leafy umbrella, with all the insignia of a brahmachari. All the others were taller. All the others had normal height. Now such a person, when he was going, tam ritvijo yajamanas sadasya. The acharyas, generally Mahabali is the yajamana. He belonged to the Asura group. Bhrigu and his assistants, they are Brahmanas. They carry the Brahma Tejas with them. And they are the first people to be counted. Ritvijaha. All of them were Vedic priests. So they had that Vedic brilliance and the Vedic luster. Yajamanas sadasyaha. A number of other people also were present at the time of this Ashwamedha Yaga performance. Hatatvishaha Vamana Tejasa Nripa. When the dwarf-like Vamana, he approached them, in the luster of that Vamana, all their brilliance was subdued and eclipsed. Everybody thought, Surya Kilaya Tyudava Vibhavasuhu. Is it that sun god himself is coming? Or is it the fire god? Or maybe Sanat Kumara himself is coming in order to see what is going on. Apparently our sacrifice is very great and very exceptional. It's a singular one, incomparable. That is why they want to see this. Didrikshaya krato. Let us see what is being performed under the tutelage of Bhrigu and the others. Such a great man as Bali. What a great place and occasion is that. Tam ritvijo yajamanas sadasya hatatvisho vamana tejasa nripa surya kilaya atyudava vibhavasuhu sanat kumaro thadidrikshaya krato. Itham sashishyeshu bhrigushvanekatha vitarkyamano bhagavan savamanaha chatram sadandam sajalam kamandalum vivesha bibhradhayamedhavadam. Itham sashishyeshu bhrigushvanekatha vitarkyamano bhagavan savamanaha. When the entire assembly in the Ashwamedha session was debating and discussing in this manner, Vamana, the short person, Bhagavan Savamana, the Lord appearing in the form of Vamana, Chatram Sadandam Sajalam Kamandalum, along with his Chatra, umbrella, Danda, water pot, water, and Kamandalu, all these, Vivesha entered the precincts, the Yagashala, where that Ashwamedha Yaga was being performed. So he entered into the pandal of Ashwamedha Yaga. Maunjya mekhalaya vidam upavita jinottaram jadilam vamanam vipram maya manavakam harim pravishtam vikshya bhrgavaha sashishyaste sahagnibhi pratyagrinhan samuttaya samkshiptastasya tejasa. They were debating and discussing who was coming. And meanwhile, Vamana entered the assembly. So all of them, Maunjya Mekhalaya Vidam Upavītājinottaram. He was wearing Maunji, then Mekhala, then Upavīta, then Krishnajina. All those things one above the other. Jatilam Vamanam Vipram, with matted locks. Vipram Vamanam, a dwarf Brahmana. Maya Manavakam Harim. The word Maya Manavakam, the illusory celibate, the illusory ascetic celibate, Harim, but actually it was Lord Hari. So they could not keep quiet. They suddenly rose to their feet. Pravishtam Vikshya Bhagavaha, along with Shukra and all the others. Sashishyaste Sahagnibihi, along with the sacrificial fire and all the disciples. Pratyagrinhan Samuttaya. They rose to welcome him. Samkshiptas tasya tejasa. There was no option before them. By his brilliance and splendor, all of them felt subdued and eclipsed. So they got up. In spite of their any other persuasions, they got up and welcomed him. Yajamanah pramudido darshaniyam manoramam rupanurupa avayavam tasma asanamaharad. While the preceptors and all the others rose up to welcome him, what did Mahabali do? Yajamana. See, after all, the Yajamana is the one to receive and seat people according to their respectability, their status, etc. So, Yajamana pramudido, he was extremely happy. Can you imagine? Mahabali is performing a very holy Ashwamedha sacrifice, and Vamana is going there in reality to subdue him. But Mahabali felt very delighted. He was not feeling anything wrong in his mind. See the innocence. Pramudidaha darshaniyam manoramam. The person who has come is worthy of being seen by everybody. He was so enchanting, scintillating, and luring, captivating. Manoramam. He will rob the heart of everyone. Rupanurupa vayavam. Every part of his body was vying with each other in its alluringness, enchantingness. Tasma asanamaharad. So he went and took an asana for him to sit. Swagadena abhinandyatha padau bhagavato belihi avanijya archayamasa mukti-skandham. Swagadena abhinandyatha padau bhagavato belihi. Beli, the Yajamana, himself got up, offered him the seat, and he offered his welcome and gave his compliments. Padau bhagavato belihi avanijya. He washed the feet of Mahabali without any poise, question, doubt or anything like that. Archayamasa mukti-skandham. See, when I read the word Mukti-skandham, it lifts me to a state of imagination which I am not able to describe at all. Manoramam means exquisite, enchanting, scintillating, alluring. For whom? Mukta-skandha. For the people from whose mind the attachment to worldly things is gone, for such people he is a manorama. The Vamana form is so enchanting to the people who have no attachment in this world. Or it can also mean he is so scintillating because he had no attachment to anything. So it is detachment or disattachment that really showers luster on your mind, inner personality. Such a person, Archayamasa, Avanijya, he duly worshipped him in the manner in which a sage or a celibate has to be received, especially on a holy or the holiest occasion like the performance of Ashwamedha Yaga. The next verse marks the pinnacle of the whole narration. Tatpada shaujam janakalmashabaham sadharmavid murdhyadadhat sumangalam yad devadevo girishas chandramaulihi dadhara murdhnam parayacha bhaktya. I think I should recite this verse at least 100 times. Tasmada shaujam janakalmashabaham sadharmavid murdhyadadhat sumangalam Yad deva devo girishas chandra maulihi dadhara murdhna parayacha bhaktya. See the greatness, the humility, the greatness of Mahabali. When the dwarf like Brahmachari came and all the other people were baffled, Mahabali did not have any kind of a doubt or skepticism in him. He received him. Tat padashaujam jana kalmashapaham sadharmavid murdhni adadat sumangalam. Mahabali washed the feet of the young celibate, ascetic Vamana. Whenever a great man or a holy person, a sage, a celibate, anybody spiritually great comes, what you do is to welcome him. Ask him to sit and wash his feet. Washing the feet means what? In olden times we were not walking with chappals, etc. We were all walking on bare ground. So there will be a lot of dirt in the feet. Actually it is to be washed and made clean. That is the idea. So washing the feet, tasmat tat padashaujam jana kalmashapaham. When you wash the feet of a holy man like this, what happens? Jana kalmashapaham. All the impurity and stain of your heart completely is removed. So the washing of Vamana's feet was such that it was removing and destroying all the stains and blemishes of all human hearts. After washing it, pada prakshalana, what should be done? Sadharmavid murdhni adadhat sumangalam. Then he took that water and placed it, put it on his head. My dear devotees, earnest listeners, this is what I want you to feel. Through this narration, I am sprinkling the water which has washed the feet of Vamana on all of you. Feel the blessedness of it. Tasmadashaujam janakalmashapaham sadharmavid murdhni adadhat sumangalam. The most auspicious, the most blissful, the most benedictory waters he sprinkled, he carried on his head. What kind of a water? Yad deva devo girishas chandramaulihi. Lord Shiva, who carries Chandra on his head, that Lord Girisha dadhara murdhna parayacha bhaktya. With unflinching devotion, Lord Shiva himself carries this water, that is the real Ganga, on his head. Tatpadashaujam janakalmashapaham sadharmavid murdhnya dadhat sumangalam. Yad deva devo girishas chandramaulihi dadhara murdhna parayacha bhaktya. Even now in our country, this washing the feet of holy people is a very, very important celebrated aspect of devotion custom, culture. That pada prakshalana. I don't know about the North Indian temples, but I can tell you the South Indian temples have this kind of a temple tradition according to the Tantra Shastra. At the time of installation of a deity and also the rejuvenation ceremonies which are performed once every 12 years. There are so many items to impart brilliance and benedictory power to the deity. And one item is washing the feet of holy people. When you wash the feet of the holy people, the deity assumes brilliance and benedictory power. See, imagine the powerful custom that we have. I have received a letter speaking very critically about what is it, prostration, etc. See, there are so many emotions in our mind. The human mind can give rise to any extent of sublimity, any extent of elevation, any extent of expansion. And as you grow in your knowledge, climb in the pedestal of purity and divinity, humility will be more and more and more. We will start seeing God in everything in this world. No exception. Even in fickle matter, we will start seeing God. When we see God in the whole of the earth is not always good, pure, etc. Foul smells will also be there. So we see it everywhere. We see it in ourselves also. You can prostrate before yourself also. Atmane namaha, that is also a factor. When doing puja, after doing puja for a deity, you start taking some flowers and you start putting them on your own head. There is no difference at all. So this is a great tradition. Through Mahabali and through this narration, Vedavyasa is telling you the great tradition, the legacy of our land. Tatpada shaujam jana kalmashabaham. Whenever we do such holy things, what is happening? When you wash the feet of another man, it is a physical act. His feet are washed. But your mind is becoming pure. Every act is done by the actor. And the actor gets the purity and the sublimity of the performance. For the other man, it is washing of the feet, which he can as well do. And then after having done it, Bali says, Swagatam te namastubhyam brahman kim karavamate brahmarshinam tapassakshan manye tvaharyavapurdharam. Bali is describing the presence of the uninvited visitor. Swagatam te namastubhyam. Most hearty welcome to you, revered sir. Brahman kim karavamate. What shall I do for you? Apparently Bali has nothing to ask for, but he has everything to give. This was the only ego that was a stain in Bali's personality. Otherwise he was all good, great and honorable. So he says, what shall I give you? Kim karavamate brahmarshinam tapassakshan manye tvaharyavapurdharam. You are actually an embodiment of the austerities of Brahmin. The Brahmin austerity embodied has come before me. And what shall I do for you? Please let me know. Swagatam te namastubhyam brahman kim karavamate brahmarshinam tapassakshat manye tvaharyavapurdharam adyanah pidarastrupta adyanah pavidam kulam adya swishtah kradurayam yadbhavan agato grihan. You know how blessed I am. How blessed is the occasion. How blessed is the performance that I am doing in the form of Ashwamedha Yaga. Adyanah pidarastruptaha. Today not merely I, my own departed souls, the elders, my forefathers also are pleased. Adyanah pavidam kulam. By your simple arrival, the entire dynasty, clan, lineage, everything is purified. Adya swishtah kradurayam. The Ashwamedha Yaga I am performing, it has been extremely fulfilling. It has fulfilled its purpose. Yad bhavan agato grihan. You have sought to come to my residence, the place of Yaga. I am performing this. Yad yadvato vanchasi tat pratichame tvam arthinam viprasudanutarkaye gam kanchanam gunabadham amrishtam tathanapeyam utava viprakanyam graman samruddhan turagan gajanva ratham statharhattamasam praticha. See the manner in which he offers. Mahabali was no doubt a great soul, a very honorable person, esteemed person. Everything was all right. Vamana was received, his feet were washed, and that water he carried on his head. And he says that my whole lineage is pleased and blessed. The entire Yaga is also blessed. All these things he has said, very good, very good. What happened in a similar situation with King Yanimi, when 9 yogis happened to visit him when he was performing a huge sacrifice? He welcomed them, made them sit, and stopped the whole sacrifice, sat before them cross-legged. All the priests and the others also came and sat behind him, and he was asking about Bhagavata dharmas. Tell us about the Bhagavata dharmas which are so pleasing to the Lord, and which after pleasing the Lord will make the Lord give me his own very self. I would like to know. This is what Nimi did. Now we also have the other instance where Krishna's own ancestor, Yadu, when he met an Avadhuta, instantly he stopped his chariot, fell at his feet and asked him, how is it that you are moving about with so much of freedom, ecstasy and fulfillment? Whereas people of your age, young age, They are very much attracted and also abused by the world objects. Now, both of them were enquirers. But see what Mahabali is doing here. After receiving him and expressing his gratefulness, compliments and all that, see what he says. Yad yadvato vanchasi tat pratichame tvamarthinam viprasudanutarkaye gam kanchanam gunavadhama mrishtam tathannapeyam udava vipraganyam graman samurdhan turagan gajanva ratham stadharhattama sampraticha. I am reminded of what happened in front of Dasharatha. Dasharatha was ruling Ayodhya, and Ayodhya became very much prosperous. Maybe the zenith of prosperity Ayodhya had during Dasharatha's rule. Valmiki Maharshi describes how prosperous the kingdom was. At one point, Valmiki Maharshi says, the ministerial bungalows and the citizenly residences, they were vying with each other in the majesty and the magnificence they had. So prosperous the people were. When Vishwamitra came, he welcomed him saying, the whole of myself and my Rajadhani along with the army and all the treasure I place at your disposal. Ask for whatever you want. Then Vishwamitra came up to say, I want your Rama. Suddenly Dasharatha became absolutely sorrow-stricken. He said, I cannot send him at all. Vasishtha had to interfere, and finally many things happened. Now see, Mahabali, how is he behaving? The moment he saw a Yadi who was blessing the whole of his sacrifices, suppose you perform a yaga, and the Lord of the yaga, all sacrifices comes himself, then what will you say? Please ask me for whatever you want, and you will give, or you will ask for blessings from him. Will you give, or will you seek to take his blessings? This is the mistake of Mahabali. He had the sense of possessiveness. He was a great giver and giver. He was bent on giving, lavishly giving. And he wanted to prove and display that he was so. Now, any man, whether he is a king or a householder or an ordinary citizen or a rich man, a powerful man, a kind of a pahalwan, muscular man, for anyone, possessiveness is bad, ego is bad, desire is bad, self-estimation is also bad. All these are considered to be inwardly, in the mento-intellectual sphere, very depressive and undesirable traits. Now here what Mahabali is displaying here, every one of you should reflect upon it. Yad yadvato vanchasi tat pratichame. Whatever you are desirous of, ask me. You will get it in full measure. I am a giver. I am ready to give. Simply ask. This is what he says. Is this the way a great and honorable spiritual soul should be welcomed and approached by anybody, any kind of a host? Think for a while. You may have power, you may have money, you may have possessions, but to have the ego that I have all these things and I can do whatever I want with my power and possession, I think it is very, very suicidal in nature. Yad yadvato vanchasi tat pratichame. Whatever you want, whatever you are ambitious of, you are desireful, ask from me. Tvam arthinam viprasudanutarkaye. Your sight, a dwarf like you, with a leafy umbrella, and you are wearing something like a grass-made girdle, maybe a piece of the skin from the Krishnajina. All these things clearly indicate that you are a poor man and you are wanting some kind of riches or abundance from me. Tvam arthinam, I consider that you are a beggar. Viprasudanutarkaye, you are the son of a Brahmana. Gam kanchanam gunavadhama mrishtam. So this is what I have to ask you. If you want any extent of land, give. Gam kanchanam, maybe gold, tons of gold. Gunavadhama, any kind of a residence or palace which is fully equipped, furnished. A lot of interior decoration and facilities also are there. Mrishtam tathannam, or you want to have a sumptuous meal, ask for that. Udava Viprakanyam. If you are desirous of getting a damsel, a girl for marriage, tell me that also. Graman. He doesn't stop. Graman. Any number of villages you ask for. Samruddhan, Turagan, Gajanva. All the villages are prosperous. There will be a lot of cultivable land. You can grow wheat, paddy, and so many other pulses there. Very fertile. Turagan, Gajanva, horses, elephants. Rathan, chariots. Tatha Arhatama, Sampraticha. Whatever you want. I have spoken and listed only a few items. Besides these, anything that you want, anything that comes to your mind, all of them you ask for. I think Mahabali had not read Kathopanishad. In the Kathopanishad you find, Yama offered all these things to the young Nachiketas, very young boy. You know what Nachiketas said? I am not interested in anything at all. Tavaiva vaha astava nritya gide. Your horses, your damsels, they are singing, they are dancing, all these things I am not interested. Sarve indriyanam jarayanti tejaha. By enjoying all these things, by indulging in all these interactions with the gifts which you propose to give me, they will corrode the senses. And everything is transitory in nature. My own body is transitory. And what you give as gifts, they are also transitory.